Holy shnikes, man. Holy shnikes. If I was impressed with the previous episode of this series, this one surpassed it and then some. Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, and with this video, we'll be discussing my thoughts on episode 11 of the anime series Megalo Box. And as I say, this one, it was just incredible. I don't even want to recap it all told. Not really point things out about it because just the whole thing was amazeballs. It was racked with intensity, the twists and turns, the cruelty in the end, what Nanbu has to bring himself to just to try to free themselves. You know, the reunification of this trio of Joe, Sachio, and Pops, Nanbu, in the face of this. I mean, there was a point where I saw that's where it was likely to be going. I mean, Joe, for all intents and purposes, is supposed to take a dive in the third round against this guy Burroughs, and he did put the earpiece in. He comes out and flabbergasts the crowd wearing this, gear, this old school gear that we've seen him using since the beginning, back when he was still taking dives full force and everything. And I expected there would be a character turn in Pops. I figured at some point, there would be a breaking point, and he would radio to Joe, get off your ass, lay this guy out, fight to win. I didn't know what the motivation would be. I didn't know what the instigator would be. And, it did kind of play to my suspicions that, our favorite Yakuza boss, Majimaki, basically he's telling him, you're operating under a misassumption, even if he takes the dive, even if I make my hundreds of millions of dollars off the bets and everything like that, and I watch all these other people tank because of it, because they're betting on Joe, you're not out. You're trying to get out from under me. You're never going to be out from under me. This is Joe's life for the rest of his God-given life, unless I take it away. And that's it, And that is the last nerve. That is the breaking point. That is the straw that broke the camel's back of Pops. And it coincides with Sachio doing some really interesting introspection, full on rap number here, where I love how Sachio's training. It's almost a tip of the hat, a little nod to if they ever do a follow-up, if these characters are killed off or not, whatever, however this all ends in the last two episodes that we have, they could always do a follow-up series with a, young adult Sachio picking up where Joe left off, something like that, if they wanted to. And I would actually watch the hell out of that, because if it's done in this style and with this story structure and everything like that, the action as they implement it, it's not the most grandiose choreography and whatever like that. It's boxing. There's not going to be a whole hell of a lot of that. It's much more about the character and the drama, as we have all these different characters, they're intermingling and interpersonal interconnectivity and the stakes that are involved in their lives and all that kind of stuff just is riveting to me. And I was on the edge of my seat, and I'm just chomping all of this up, completely, invested and compelled by everything that's happening. And the sort of turning point where, as I say, it's not only Pops, it's not only Sachio, but even Yuri himself comes down ringside and is like a voice calling out to Joe. The one that really brought him back from giving in and giving up was Pops' voice, because that's the last one he expected to hear saying what Pops was saying to him at that point. He figured Pops sold him out a long time ago, that kind of thing. And to hear that unexpected voice, get up, kid, lay him out, win, fight to win. And I was like, yeah! Oh, holy shit. I'm telling you, man. This was goosebumps inducing. I had goosebumps on my goosebumps, as Bugs Bunny once said. And fantastic. It was fantastic. And then, as I say, the cruelty, the turn of cruelty in the way Pops has to try to burgeon this idea of escaping Fujimaki's rule. He makes sort of good on the threat that Fujimaki casted out at him 3 months previously, that we've seen a couple of times in the flashbacks and everything, where he's like, I'll take your other eye. Pops took his own eye out. He wasn't going to have this man put his hands on him. He wasn't going to let him get the upper hand on him in his final vestiges of whatever hope he had of getting out from under this Yakuza son of a bitch. And just, oh my God, the power of that. You know, the eyeball on the table with the, like, napkin over it or whatever. And Fujimaki's sinister, just all out sinister humor about all of this. He finds it hilarious that Pops was actually willing, you know, to turn character, to do the unexpected, to be something less than the scorpion Fujimaki made him out to be. That was all he could ever achieve, all he could ever accomplish being. And Pops was like, no, sir. I'm my own man. And I've come this far. And I've banked on that kid. And we've banked on each other. And we got Sachio. We are a triumvirate. And we've come this far on our own. And he made that decision to take his own eye out. And just the perversity of Fujimaki sitting back and being like, here's a man who all he ever wanted was to see Joe take the win. And now he's sacrificed the ability to do even that. And it was like, damn. So in case you haven't gotten the gist of this video, I fucking love this episode. I love this show. But this was the episode to surpass all episodes thus far. We still got 2 left, so let's see how it all shakes down in the end. Yuri is full on, full force in training mode. He said it himself. Gearless Joe, the former junk dog, JD, is the real deal. He is the genuine article. He is authentic when it comes to boxing, when it comes to Megalo boxing. And Yuri, much as I said, he had lost favor with any of those ideas, those instincts, because he has been, you know, utilizing the gear for oh so long. And that adrenaline's pumping in him again. And he realizes what Joe amounts to and what that means for him if he goes up against that opponent. And so you're going to have 2 titans head to head, exchanging blow for blow. Who knows? Who knows who takes the win? And it is absolutely mind-blowingly captivating and compelling and exciting as all hell. I desperately want to see how this shakes down. Of course, I wish and hope that Joe's going to beat the shit out of Yuri. But only time will tell. We'll just have to see. Hell of an episode. Love to hear from you guys in the comments below if you're so disposed to let me know what you thought of it, if you enjoyed it as well, if you found it as exciting and compelling and best episode of this show ever thus far as I did. Feel free to agree to disagree with me. If you didn't, for any reason whatsoever, let me know that in the comments as well. And until the next one, that'll be pretty much it for me on this. Hope this video finds you well. And I'll catch you all later. Peace.